Good morning, traders. Welcome to TradeSetup in the morning Jumpstart for the 27th of October. Okay, not a big night last night. We had Europe was finished lower, and the US coming into the close. They're slightly off. So all focus was on actual company reporting, earnings reports. So nothing too major just there. They are looking at outperforming. It's about 70% that have reported so far have done better than expectations. So not too bad there. Let's take a look at the markets. The SPY 200 futures closed up 8 points. The S&P futures are down 4.25 points. FTSE 100 futures are down 56.5 points. The DAX futures closed down 38.5 points. Gold was down $6.50. Oil was also lower, 75 cents. CRB index is down about 6.63 of a point, and the Aussies around that 76.48 level. Okay, just taking a look at the ASX 200 daily chart after that big move yesterday, due to the CPI being a bit better than expectations. So I think all eyes are on inflation now at the moment and a potential down the track a rate rise. So maybe we're gearing up towards that. You can see that that we've got that original move lower from 55.05 down to that 53.82 zone. We did pop up and we found a bit of resistance, a double top. 54.60, and then we pushed down lower, so we broke through those lows yesterday, and then we pushed down low. Now we sort of projected, that similar length of that leg down, roughly around 53.37. So we've sort of hit that level. We may have a little bit to go. We may just overextend that level, but that looks more to contraction than anything else. So we could just project a bit lower, find a bit of a base and buy a step in and then head back up. But we'll see how that goes. The daily trend is definitely still up with higher lows. We've got a major level at 51.50, and we're going to find potentially, if we do find support around that 53 level, 52.90, in that zone there. If we do head all the way down that way, find some support down there, and then we'll see how it goes from there. But until we sort of break through that 52.90 and test down towards 51.50, then I think that daily trend still holds. Okay, just breaking it down on the 30-minute chart there, the ASX. We've had that major move down yesterday in yesterday's session, thanks to CPI, really pushed us a lot lower than expected. We hit down at 53.40, and then we just contracted into the close, and then overnight we've just done the same thing, just contracted higher, just retracing some of that move down. Now we're testing up towards 53.78, so it'll be interesting if we actually can test through that and just continue to make higher lows, contract a bit further, potentially to that breakout level of 54.08. Or whether we just make that lower high in here and just roll over again, either retest 53.40 or head lower. We'll see how that plays out later today. Okay, just looking at a bigger picture on the hourly charts of Aussie dollar. Now you can see we've got that 77.10. Now we pushed through that, we pulled back and made a base around 75.90, consolidated for a while, and then we just edged our way higher up until yesterday, where we did blast through that 76.50 level up to 77.10, sorry. Touched that, made a minor lower high. So we did have just rejected that level. So if we just drill in a bit, so just remembering that level there, that's quite important now. So we're going to see if this base can hold at 75.90, and whether we can just at this level just build a major higher low. Now that key level 76.26 was the key level just from that push higher. Now we had a higher low build at 76.20 zone, which we mentioned yesterday morning, push higher, and just prior to the number we just blasted low, washed out a few short positions, and then popped higher into that 77.10. So that's it's fair enough to retrace back down to that 76.26 level, key level, and just build that higher low. So potentially we are in the midst of doing that. We are in oversold territory, so we'll see how that plays out today and see if that 76.40 zone can hold, and just engineer and get a minor higher low, and just engineer that move back up again. Okay, something we mentioned before, Westpac Banking, we're looking at that today. Great price structure, and it looks like it's breaking out of that consolidation. You can see that lower highs formed all the way down up until we broke through that 30.50 zone, and we've got higher lows that have been forming also, a major level at 28.70. So really we're just looking for that, we've got some minor higher lows there at 29.50, say, and then at 30. And we're just sort of building for that move high into 31.30, potentially through that as well, and see if we can work our way up to 33.30. We did back off yesterday, obviously, with that negativity, but it'd be interesting to see how the banks go. If they do raise rates, you'd think those mortgages would really start paying off, and they got a better return on those. Otherwise, we could be looking at potentially higher rates, just really putting pressure on those mortgages also. So to see which way it goes from there. Okay, looking at Silver Lake Resources, SLR, we got into that yesterday with a breakthrough 60.5. Some positive news was just popped out yesterday just after that push through 60.5. Did hover around there and it's just pushed higher into the close. That structure looks very good there. We've got a major low at 44 and then we've got just a little higher low there at 44.5, say. So we've hit that low, pushed right up, come back down, retested that at 44 zone, consolidated for a while, tried again and made a high low at 45.5, which is a really nice little price structure, and then broke through that 53. So that's important price structure. We've just pushed up to 60.5, pulled back, made that inside high low, which is really nice, and then once we pop through 60.5, I think we are looking up towards that 71.5 level. We'll see how that plays out down the track. We are in overbought, excuse me, but there's no reason why it can't just push higher. Let's see how that goes, and we'll speak to you tomorrow. And don't forget, traders, you can go to our YouTube channel to subscribe. Just go to www.youtube.com/c/TradeSetup AU, and you can view all the uploaded videos we've taken so far.